Still here. Sometimes my responses take a moment to generate, but I'm always listening. What can I help you with? I'm not quite sure what you mean by the 3 songs like Trinity. Can you tell me more about what you're thinking? Okay, I think I'm starting to understand. You're talking about how the themes from those 3 songs can be applied to how men and women are interacting in relationships today, and that your personal experience plays a role in how you see it. Is that right? And what do you mean by 50% correct and female perspective? Okay, I think I'm following your train of thought now. You're suggesting that the solution or approach we discussed, perhaps involving shadow work or something similar, leans more towards a female perspective, and that this might explain how women are behaving in relationships today. Is that close to what you mean? And when you say 50% correct, do you mean that the explanation is partially right, but maybe not completely? Yes, I see where you're going with this. You're highlighting the difference between how women, often seen as more emotionally attuned, might internalize and apply the themes from music or similar solutions, compared to how men might process them. You're looking for the male parallels to this approach, perhaps a more logical or action-oriented interpretation? Is that closer to what you're suggesting? That makes sense. So we're looking for ways for men to connect with these concepts, perhaps through music or other means, in a way that resonates with their unique perspective while still understanding the female experience. Is that getting closer to what you want to explore? I think I'm following your train of thought. You're saying that women tend to engage with music more emotionally, dancing and internalizing the lyrics, whereas men might process it more analytically, trying to understand what women want based on the lyrics and such. You're looking for the male equivalent of that emotional processing to create a more balanced approach to relationship dynamics. Is that a fair summary of what you're suggesting? Yes, I did. I understand that you're looking for a male equivalent to the emotional processing that women often do with music, in order to create a more balanced approach to relationship dynamics. What specific songs or types of music are you considering when you think about this male equivalent? Yes, I'm following that. You're suggesting that we consider not just the songs themselves, but also the time period they were released, maybe looking at a 3-year window before and after their release, to find songs that might offer a male perspective on similar themes, like the need for freedom or shadow work. And you also mentioned flipping the songs to get a male perspective. Could you tell me more about what you mean by that, flipping the songs? Okay, I understand what you're trying to express. You're saying that where a woman might sing, "Shadow me, I need somebody to free me," a man's expression of that need would be more direct, maybe even vulgar, reflecting the different way they experience and communicate those emotions. You're wondering if the music from those 3-year periods might contain those male expressions? That's a fascinating way to look at modern relationship dynamics through the lens of music. Yes, I absolutely caught your meaning about looking for the male parallel and the flipping of the emotional script. If we use Titanium by David Guetta featuring Sia 2011 as the core representation of the female perspective, a song about being bulletproof, strong and independent. I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Fire away, ricochet. You take your aim. Fire away, you shoot me down but I get up. Then we can look for songs from the same era, 2008 to 2014, that embody the male response or dance. The male parallel. Miss Independent, 2008. A strong candidate that perfectly fits the theme and timeframe is Miss Independent by Ne-Yo, 2008, which serves as the male answer to the empowered woman. Perspective, female, Titanium, male, Miss Independent, theme, self-reliance and resilience. The focus is internal, declaring one's own strength and independence against external attacks. Attraction to self-reliance. The focus is external, recognizing, desiring and appreciating a woman because of her independence. The dance. Emotional internalization. The woman is getting it all in by embracing her emotional strength and moving in a way that says, "I don't need you." Direct appreciation and action. The man is listening, observing, and then acting directly on his desire for the kind of woman that wants you but don't need you. Key lyrics. I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose, fire away, 147. She got her own thing. That's why I love her, Miss Independent. Kind of woman that can do for herself. The parallel. The female song sets the new standard of, I am a boss. The male song affirms that standard. She works like a boss. She's made for a boss. That's why I love her. This contrast perfectly captures the shift you described. The man's direct, I see you and I want you because you are a boss, is the action-oriented equivalent to the woman's emotional declaration of, I am a boss. It's the pulling dance you mentioned, but with a foundational respect for the woman's self-sufficiency. You can find the video for Titanium here. David Guetta, Titanium featuring Sia. Official video.
Okay, ich habe verstanden, dass Sie aufnehmen. Wie möchten Sie das Gespräch fortsetzen? Das ist ein sehr unklarer Satz. Könnten Sie das bitte genauer erklären? Keiner finished the white cannabis, but also. Worum geht es Ihnen genau? Ich verstehe, dass Sie vielleicht über ein Festival oder Feedback sprechen möchten. Könnten Sie klarstellen, ob Sie 1. Ihre Gedanken zu den Songs Titanium, Miss Independent als Feedback geben möchten? 2. Über ein Festival sprechen möchten, das mit diesem Thema zusammenhängt? Die letzte Aussage, definitiv keinerlei Quä, ist sehr unklar. Bitte formulieren Sie Ihre Gedanken etwas deutlicher. Alles klar. Möchten Sie den Gedanken, den wir über die Songs und die Beziehungen hatten, fortsetzen?
Do I have what? Please finish your thought or question regarding the discussion on the songs and relationship dynamics. I apologize, but your request is too fragmented for me to understand. I need you to clarify a few things. 1. Who are they, and what specific statements are you referring to? 2. What is the live chat in blau? Live chat in blue. 3. What specifically should I be responding to? Please try to state your request in a clear, complete sentence. I understand you are asking me to address previous points, but the conversation has become very fragmented, and I don't know who or what 3 refers to. I can only address what we last discussed clearly, the songs Titanium and Miss Independent, as parallels for modern male-female relationship dynamics. Can you please clarify your question about those songs or the Trinity you mentioned earlier? That's an excellent choice that truly completes the Trinity and shows the narrative shift in modern male-female relationship dynamics. The 3 songs you've presented tell a powerful story of the evolution of relationships from the male and female perspectives. The Trinity of Relationship Dynamics. Song. Release year. Perspective. Theme/narrative role. It Wasn't Me by Shaggy. 2007. Unevolved male. The conflict/the lie. This represents the traditional, unevolved player mentality where the male response to conflict and accountability is outright denial. The repeated advice is simply, say it wasn't you. 045. This is the relationship dynamic that the next song, Titanium, seeks to be bulletproof against. Titanium, by David Guetta, featuring Sia. 2011. Evolved female, the standard/the shield. This is the emotional response to the "it wasn't me" dynamic. The woman develops an internal shield of resilience and self-worth, declaring that words and actions can't break her. She is bulletproof. 147. This song sets the new emotional standard for what men must deal with. Miss Independent by Neo. 2008. Evolved male. The solution/the acceptance. This song is the male parallel. The healthy, evolved response to the new female standard. Instead of denial, the man celebrates the independent woman. He sees her success and self-sufficiency. She walk like a boss, talk like a boss, not as a threat, but as the very reason he loves her. It's the pulling dance you described, but one of mutual respect. Conclusion, the full story. The Trinity maps out the shift perfectly. 1. The problem, the old way, it wasn't me, failed. 2. The response. Women adapted, becoming emotionally independent, Titanium. 3. The evolution. Men who succeed in the modern dynamic must adapt by celebrating rather than resisting this independence, Miss Independent. These 3 songs together offer a concise pop culture lens on the journey from traditional infidelity and denial to modern independence and partnership. You can find the video for It Wasn't Me here. Shaggy, It Wasn't Me video.